Welcome back. You may remember in the previous videos of this series we were tasked with installing a 630 amp supply to this drive. Today we are going to be terminating 6 185 servo cables into the drive. These cables are going to power a 3-phase motor delivering 8,000 RPM at 1500 amps with the ability to overload to 24,000 RPM at 2,800 amps. Let's go. So today we want to get 6 185 servo cables glanded into here. So I'm just about to start marking out the gland plate with you. You can see our 6 cables. I just made some slight modifications to the ladder because we've got 3 going in this plate, 3 going in that plate, but the ladder had to be offset. Might cut that bit off, but I'm not sure if it looks weird or not. We're going to mark the gland plate, get that punched out. We can use punches, and then we're going to get these 6 cables glanded. We haven't got any lugs, so I'm not actually going to be able to lug any of them up. We've also got this bus bar here, so we're going to have to be on the front section. Now what's interesting about this cable is it is servo cable, which looks like this. So you can see you've got 3 35mm earths along the perimeter, and you've got 3 185s, all fine stranded, and it's also got a sheath for electromagnetic interference. You see it there, you've got the SY braid, and then you've got the inner cores, and that means we've got to use these glands. Look at these. Lovely bits of kit. So these are about 50 quid a pop. They're sort of designed for one-time use. That spring sort of clamps around the braids and makes contact. Serious glands. We've also got some copper tape, and we essentially just want to have a little bit of this exposed like that at the right point in the gland for it to pick up. So it's going to be quite tricky. So when it comes to marking out gland plates, I always just recommend just laying out your glands and just seeing what you can get away with. I can feel inside that if I line up with these screws I'll be okay. Maybe do something like that. There's plenty of room around them to tighten them up, plenty of room to get the cables in. They're going to line through, they're not going to conflict with anything inside. That buzz bar is about here going back, so we're clear there, we're not too close to the front. We can have them evenly spaced. So I think we're good there really. Don't need to over engineer it. Little mark there. Cool. Doesn't matter that we're slightly off center. And then probably do the same here. There we go. There we go. Lovely. So that's those 3 done. Obviously, if you had more going on, you might need to play with them and offset them and stuff. Like the gland plate over there, we had a lot more going on, so that probably would have been the better one to show you. But worst case, I'll sort of draw the safe zone, and then I'll start dividing and maybe find different angles so you can do different, sort of setups. But this one, fairly simple. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is a knockout punch. You basically have like an M16 thread on this one. The bolt sizes change dependent on what you're doing, and then you have this actual cutter. I don't know if you can see there, but there's sort of like teeth on there, and it just sort of pulls its way through and gives you a real nice cut. That's sort of what it does. I've got to do 3 of these. Now what I've learned on this job is I need to buy a bigger wrench, because at the minute I'm having to use my 3/8 torque wrench to do the job, which you don't really want to be doing. This is like a precision tool for torquing up, and I'm using it literally just because I can't, with a short handle you're just not going to get the purchase to pull that through. But we live and learn. That is all 6 of them done. Look how clean the holes are. 6 of them as well. Mad how it does it. I'm sweating, man. I'll tell you what, Milwaukee do a hydraulic one of them where it does the same thing, but instead of like ratcheting it, it just sort of pulls it through. I'm literally getting one of them. I can't be doing that. Like, it's clean, there's no swarf in the panel, etc., or minimal swarf in the panel, but my God, can't be doing that. Imagine if you had like 20 of them to do. Like, Jesus. Yeah, now for the glands. Let's go talk about these glands. These glands, you've got A, B, C, and D. So A is the double nipple, a bit like an SWA gland. Then you have the spring, which is that lovely little bit in there. So that is what wants to grip onto this. Then you have the globe sealing insert. So here's one I haven't done, here's one I have done. You can actually remove like an inner layer of this, which we need just because, yeah, don't fit, literally just fits, you can see, with it removed, but no chance of it in there. And then you just have the pressure screw, or like the cap, basically. So we want to strip our cable back, dismantling the wire, and we want to protect the braid below. So basically, we want to have, yeah, a little bit of braid, then we just want to cut it off, but we're going to put a seal round it with this copper tape, just to like round it off nicely. Might even copper tape over this, so that the copper tape will be what's touching the spring. Basically, that means we'll have a bit of play. It will be a lot easier to slide this in and out of the gland if it's got copper tape on it. If not, then it's just gonna, like, yeah, grip into those and just be a nightmare. We should get it first time anyway, but if we don't, it's not the end of the world. You then want to slide the gland in and stop the sheath at the spring. It will probably be impossible for it to go past there anyway. You can then mark across the top of the gland, pull it back out, like so, and then you need to leave at least, on ours, we've got 63, at least 15 mil. And what that means is there'll be enough of the outer to be caught by this blue bit, which is 15 mil. You can then poke it back in and tighten it up. They do have a specialist tool like that, and you can actually torque them up to the correct torque rating, but we don't have that tool, so we're just going to get them, feeling as good as we can. With this, we just want to remove that pressure cone, pull this out. There we go. You can then push that the right way round. We just want to grab our knife, just get it in there. Sort of drag it round nice and gently. There we go. And then that can get popped back in there. That can screw back on there. We are good to go. Also got these real nice lock rings too. Cool, let's go fit all these glands. So before we fit these glands, I'm hoping to get these through that hole, and that's going to allow me to get the swoop and the mark on them. I'll then mark them, start the glanding process, and then just drop them into the glands. I feel like that's going to be easier. I may regret that, but yeah, I've got 6 to do, so I thought there's no better way to size them up than, yeah, get them through the hole and see how they look. Basically poke that through that hole, marked there where it met, and also trimmed a bit off just to make my life easier. So now I'm going to apply that to all 3 of these because they're going to be pretty much the same, give or take, and then cut them all. We can start, the glanding process. Right, so we've got this stripped back. So what I'm thinking is if we do 100 mil off of here, which means if we then have that there, we're gonna have a little bit of that sticking through, we can have a bit of copper tape there, that all looks sweet. So if we measure 200mm down. There we go. Another copper tape about there, which is 40mm, just under 40mm. Trim all these, just like you would with like an SY. I'm saying this so confidently, but I've literally never made one of these off before. I suppose they're all similar, aren't they? Okay, we'll go around this some more now that we cut all that, just to seal it. There we go. I think in hindsight, I'd keep all this together too, but yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna get that in with a lock ring facing the right way. Get it nice and tight. It's got the lock ring's got like serrated teeth, so it just bites into the panel, into the gland plate, which is lovely. There we go. Let's get you out of the way. You out of the way. There we go. Right, we're through the spring. It's tighter than I thought it'd be. Oh, we're looking good. So got a nice swoop in there, we're in there. And then the tape is, it's literally the top of the tape is just in there. So yeah, that 40mm, remember that tape was about 25mm thick. You can see that spring definitely takes no prisoners. I think second time round, I'll definitely tape from the copper tape down like this, but the whole way down. And then I'm not sure whether to have these bare or not, but yeah, now obviously that will get trimmed, I don't know, that much. Bit of heat shrink over the top to tidy it all up. But for now, that's glanded. This isn't going to take very many turns at all, because it's literally maxed out. There we go. Yeah, that's in. That swoop will get pulled down a little bit, which will form this bend a little bit nicer, but yeah, man, happy with it. Happy with it. Like I say, I haven't got the lugs, but these will get put away onto here, L3, L2, L1 and earth. And yeah, that will be tidied up with a bit of heat shrink and stuff. I'll probably do another video on terminating these anyway. I'm going to crack on for a bit. I want to just crack on for an hour. That'll probably be about R3. which would be a good point. So yeah, probably wrap up the video, show you guys all 6 of them in, and yeah, get out of here at a reasonable time. It is a Friday. Let's catch up in a sec. Right, update, second one's in. Yeah, only took 5 minutes, but still was way harder than it needed to be. I thought I'd just try taping the wirings periodically, but it just meant they were fighting the spring the whole way through. As to that, it was a lot easier, just harder at the end. So I think now I'm going to do the same as the first one. I'm just going to tape all of the things and remove it at a later date. Right, we're done. Glanded. So this seemed like the best way to do it in the end, sort of leaving the plastic and all the gubbins on, and then yeah, just taping the foil and the braiding. And then yeah, the copper tape. These ones, I haven't got as much copper tape showing. I'm probably about 10mm off, but that all gets heat shrunk anyway. So yeah, obviously the glands bitten on nicely to those braids, and then yeah, we'll probably have like 100mm of heat shrink, and then it'll just be bare cables like this. And then yeah, we've got to put that earths away. And then the 3 phases. Really happy with how these ones fell. Yeah, loving them. These ones, they're looking good. But yeah, the ladder just, it needs to be cut down. I knew that might be the case, that's why I took half of it off. But I'm going to take it off at that bracket. Not today, that'll have to be a job for when I come back, because it's like, yeah, 4 o'clock. That'll get tidied up, those cables get brought down there, and then that will sort those sort of sweeps out. At the minute I've got them ratcheted over. But that is 6 185 servo cables, all glanded. Obviously it's been a bit of a hectic video. I've been on a time restraint and yeah, I wanted to do it properly. I've never done them before. I think it went pretty well, and they're not actually that hard. They're kind of like big SY cables, I guess. But yeah, it's just spent more time manipulating them. My shoulders are absolutely shot, but it's all part of the fun. On the next video, we'll probably be back putting them away, potentially. And then we've got the other end to do, which is actually going to go into a drive. I don't know if I can show you that, but if I can, I will. As always, thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned something or just enjoyed the video. If you are enjoying the videos at the minute, then please make sure you subscribe. It really supports me, and it just means you ain't gonna miss any of the content I've got coming out. Have a good day. I'll catch you lot on the next one.